all of us have that innate potential within us to do good things. You need time, you need love, you need all the things that you need to grow, and you also need to fail.
Ants are not meant to serve grasshoppers. It's you who need us.
It takes courage to practice integrity. It takes courage to admit fault. It takes courage to tell the truth.
Like the motivational speaker in me.
If you like movies and you don't like Pixar movies, I don't think I want to be friends with you.
I don't think you like movies. I think you like the idea of movies.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Alan Seawright, a professional filmmaker who needs so much therapy. I'm joined by my co-host,
Jonathan Decker, a licensed therapist who loves movies and insects.
He loves them.
I like bugs.
Aw, that's cute.
My daddy makes me smoke cigarettes if I don't eat my skitty.
Oh my god.
Bug's Life.
And you're gonna react to it, and we're gonna therapy? Therapist
Yeah.
Reacts. That's what this show is called.
All right.
And here we go, Bugs.
Here.
This right here.
Pretend that that's a seed.
It's a rock.
Oh, I know it's a rock. I know, but let's just pretend for a minute that it's a seed, all right? We'll just use our imaginations. Now, do you see our tree? Everything that made that giant tree is already contained inside this tiny little seed. All it needs is some time, a little bit of sunshine and rain, and voila!
This rock will be a tree.
Seed to tree. You've got to work with me here, all right? You might not feel like you can do much now. But that's just because, well, you're not a tree yet. You just have to give yourself some time. You're still a seed.
But it's a rock.
I know it's a rock! Don't you think I know a rock when I see a rock? I've spent a lot of time around rocks!
You're weird. But I like you.
Okay. Trying to have a teaching moment with a child, and you just can't sync up.
Especially when it's so frustrating because it's like, I just came up with the perfect analogy. It's like, and it's gonna, and you're gonna, and listen, if you could just learn. But it's a rock.
He's making such a great point here, though. You're just a seed. Seed grows into a mighty tree. All of us have that innate potential within us to do not just great epic things, but also just good things. To live worthwhile lives and to become a person that you look in the mirror and you're happy with who you are. But you don't start there. You need time, you need love, you need all the things that you need to grow, and you also need to fail. And to embrace failure as part of the process. And both of these characters are down on themselves because of their failures, and that is the most, I know it's a movie about bugs, but that's the most human thing in the world. Making space for failure as just lessons. It's just steps on the road to success. And if you're going to grow from a seed to a tree, you have to fail. That's how you learn. You know what? Life sometimes feels like a complicated puzzle trying to fit all the pieces together.
Dealing with that over-enthusiastic coworker.
Training to become queen.
Gathering enough food for the winter.
And of course, your healthcare.
But finding care shouldn't be the trickiest piece to fit into everything else that's going on in your life.
ZocDoc makes it easy to find and book an appointment with a doctor you'll love.
ZocDoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book high-quality, in-network doctors so you can find someone you'll love.
You can find doctors that are right for you, see their real-time availability, and click to instantly book.
No waiting around, no phone tag.
You can find in-network appointments with over 150,000 healthcare providers.
Across all 50 states and small chunks of land in the middle of a dry riverbed.
You can easily search by specialty or symptom to build the care team that's right for you.
I wonder if they have any specialists who treat molting skin. I mean, no, not for me.
Your skin doesn't molt, it flakes all over the place, like full-body dandruff. But ZocDoc can help with that.
It's true.
ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna use ZocDoc to find and book great doctors near me right now.
Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/cinematherapy to find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/cinematherapy.
This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc.
What's the matter? You scared of
This is child endangerment. This is Pixar's always had a little bit of an edge, you know?
Really?
But, you know, it's great setup for later. And it gives Flick the chance to... I love that the bug's legs are shaking.
Yep.
You want her? Go ahead. Take her. No? Then get back in line.
All right. Dr. John Van Epp talks about affirmers, avoiders, and attackers when it comes to conflict resolution, and attackers lead with intimidation, bullying. And it's a combination of things.
Right. From
body posture and how you use your size to volume and the way you stare people down and the way you speak down to them and are condescending to them and tear them down. It's a whole combination designed to make people obey out of fear and apologize for things that aren't their fault and take responsibility for things that actually aren't their responsibility. Attackers, they attack, but they also avoid responsibility. He's avoiding responsibility for providing for himself. He's avoiding responsibility for making sure he and his group have enough for the winter. He's putting it all in their laps. And it works because he instills fear. The sad thing about bullies is bullying works.
Yeah.
That's why people do it. Bullies don't have healthy relationships.
No, right.
And that's also partially why he's so irritable, because the flip side of bullying is, okay, you may get what you want and people fear you, but nobody really loves you. Mm-hmm. And you don't experience fulfillment.
You feel fulfilled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so full. So filled.
So Flick was attempting a different style of confrontation here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he ends up avoiding, like he steps back because obviously he can't fight a grasshopper that's 3 times his size. But like, what do you see from Flick there that we're going to expand on?
He takes a step into being an affirmer, and an affirmer, it sounds like, okay, well, you're affirming and you build people up, and yes, that's part of it. But it's also having backbone to stand up for what's right, stand up for yourself, stand up for others.
It's not just affirming who you're talking to, it's affirming what is right.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's attackers have a type of counterfeit strength. It's pretend strength.
Sure.
It's a mask for insecurity and fear. And you could be afraid as well as an affirmer, but the difference is you're not mistreating anybody as much as taking a stand courageously for the well-being of other people and even yourself. That's the thing about conflict. Most of us are scared of it.
Sure.
We just handle it in different ways.
Yeah.
And there's healthy and there's unhealthy. And right now we're seeing avoiding, we're seeing attacking.
It's all unhealthy.
It's all unhealthy.
If you're enjoying this, like, subscribe, hit the bell, get notifications every time we upload a video instead of just whenever YouTube decides to show it to you in the feed. Take charge of your own life.
I know that I've made a lot of mistakes in the past.
I love this. This is
Not right now, Rosie. I'm making...
this is Galaxy Quest and Three Amigos and A Bug's Life. They're all the same movie.
No, there's no circus around here.
So,
There's no circus around here.
Goddess, the warriors have called for secret meeting to plan for circus, circumventing the oncoming horde so they can trapeze, trap them with ease.
Shouldn't I come too?
No! Sorry, no, it's classified in the DMT. Gotta go ASAP. You know, strictly BYOB.
Strictly
Sorry, I have to take the warriors away so early.
For those who get the joke, BYOB is bring your own beer.
And all. So, please, everyone enjoy the party.
BYOB.
One of the things about Pixar, especially early Pixar, they very, like, deliberately made sure that all of their camera shots, angles, and moves were things you could do with a real camera.
Yeah.
Right? They break that rule-ish on that shot, that giant push in, and it's such a great filmmaking joke to go from, like, all the way across the glade to right here.
Yeah.
On Flick. And then his eyes constrict. This was really the first time where they started experimenting a little bit with, oh, we can animate and go a little more Looney Tunes with it. Or, oh, we can occasionally deploy a giant camera move.
Yeah.
For fun. It helps nail the emotional beat of, oh, shit.
This is the most relatable thing what Flick is going through. There's a strong insecurity of I'm not good enough, an I'm not good enough wound, if you will. And his attempts to heal it are I can prove myself, I need to invent something great, I need to do something great so people will respect and admire me. I think everybody has gone through that at one time or another.
I don't know what you mean.
He gives great advice to Dot, but he fails to heed his own advice and just chill out.
Right.
And give himself time to blossom, give himself time to grow into something mighty through trial and error, but also through giving himself love and compassion so that he doesn't take the teasing to heart or he doesn't feel so desperate. Because he made this kind of stupid mistake of hiring circus bugs to defend the colony because he was so desperate to be accepted and revered that he just blew past the planning stage. When we have compassion for ourselves, when we give ourselves love and belonging, it's easier to slow down and not make foolhardy plans or rush into things in a desperate bid for acceptance and belonging. And this is all part of the maturing process for Flick.
That's never bitten either of us in the ass.
No.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Wait, wait, you can't go. You have got to help me. Give me some time, I'll come up with a plan.
Just go tell him the truth.
They can't know the truth. The truth, you see, is bad. I will be branded.
The way he jiggles.
Well, it's the sound effects of like the wibbly jello.
The spawn of Flick, the loser. Oh, you know, all right, fine. Yeah, okay, just go. But if you could just do me a little favor before you leave, if you could just squish me, that would be great, because when they find out I'm as good as dead.
I love the Beatles' face. Like, what are you?
Am I supposed to?
Do it! Do it!
Come on, kill me, I'm here. Come on.
Nobody can know the truth. Everybody thinks I'm a loser. You guys have to help me fix it. I mean, this is a continuation of what we were just talking about. You rush into things, you get people to commit to things based on misinformation or based on your enthusiasm or based on your desperation and pressure. And then because of your mistakes, you rely on them to fix it. Please help me fix this.
Or you rely on lies to cover for it.
Right.
So I messed up. Well, I got to lie about that. And then I got to lie about the lie. And then you get the compounding lie thing, which always works out great in relationships, right?
No.
Oh.
Well, and that reminds me of one of my favorite sayings, which is if you always tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything.
As I get older?
Yeah.
Sounds real great.
Lies are a short-term gain and a long-term loss because they always come out. And even you might think, no, people have gotten away with things. Okay, sure, once in a while. But by and large, the truth always comes out. And even if it doesn't, you're living with, I'm not being true. Not being true to the people I care about. I'm not being true to myself. And then that's a slippery slope into more and more compromises.
Nobody really believes I can do this job. It's like they're all watching me. Just
waiting for you to screw up.
Flick, I owe you an apology.
For what?
Well, I haven't been that nice to you, and I'm sorry. If there's any way I can make it up to you... Hey, I know! How would you like to be the Queen's official aide to the warrior bugs?
Me?
Oh, sure. You've got a great rapport going with them, especially after that rescue. It was very brave.
Really? No.
Well, not every bug would face a bird. I mean, even Hopper's afraid of them.
Yeah, I guess, maybe I have it. Say that again?
I said, even Hopper's afraid of birds.
Thank you.
Again, getting back to the Looney Tunes of it all, like,
yeah.
they're really leaning into it at this point.
We're all stupid, guys. All of us.
Yep.
But we think we're the only stupid ones. Like, we think everyone around us has got it all figured out, has got it all put together, and we look at each other's Instagram, and we're like, oh, look how great their life is, and you get down on a human level, and this is something therapists know. If you're not insecure now, it's only because you've worked through it and arrived. But like everyone has that wrestle. Everyone wants to prove themselves. Everyone wants to belong, and everyone believes I am inferior. I am stupid. Maybe you're narcissists.
Yeah,
don't.
the only people who don't are narcissists.
Right.
Like we all can think of one person in particular who I'm not going to name.
Who you talking to?
But the recognition that not only are you not alone, but this is universal. If we can just drop the masks, I know you've heard me say this, but your brokenness will help more people than your pretend wholeness ever will.
Absolutely.
And so owning what you struggle with gives other people permission to let the guard down, stop pretending, stop masking, and just say, yeah, life's hard. We're all works in progress. And now we can start to be real. And when you start to be real, you can experience genuine connection because you can't actually connect when you're masking. It's only when the walls come down and you're authentic that you can bond and you can have romance or friendships or family relationships that actually work.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay? He's quite the motivational speaker, isn't he?
I love
Let's ride!
Their wings sound like motorcycles.
Motorcycles, yeah, they're just a motorcycle gang.
Exactly. They're just So the big point here, of course, is those ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. There's so many applications for this.
There's political, there's personal. I mean, let's
There's
just talk
social,
about the bullying.
This is throughout history, but it definitely happens now. And this is a big reason why so much media is divide and conquer. Right. Why so many things are focused on keeping people fighting with each other so that corruption can happen here and we're all distracted.
Right.
And so how crucial it is. I know this is a silly Pixar film, but like you were saying, Pixar films are art. They teach us truths, and one of those truths is if we unite together, we can stand against those who would divide us and take advantage of us.
You mean to tell me that our entire defensive strategy was concocted by clowns?
Hey, we really thought Flick's idea was gonna work.
Oops. I love that the spotlight just whips over to him.
Kind of happened at a more inopportune time. The last leaf is about to fall.
We haven't collected any food for the grasshoppers.
If Hopper finds out what we almost did...
Hopper is not going to find out. We're going to hide all this and pretend it never happened. You bugs were never here, so I suggest you all leave.
But the bird will work.
I never thought I'd see the day when an ant would put himself before the rest of his colony.
What?
The point is, Flick, you lied to us.
No, I just...
You lied, Flick.
Yeah.
You lied to her. You lied to the colony. You lied to me. And like an idiot, I believed you.
But I was just afraid that if you knew I'd gotten circus bugs, I just wanted to make a difference.
Let's see, and now this is vulnerability, but
and this time
at the wrong time, yeah.
Come back.
Well, and he's shocked when she says, I would never thought I would see the day that a bug put himself before the colony. And he goes, what? But that's exactly what he did when he lied. He put his discomfort above the safety of everybody else and the well-being of everybody else. And the wake-up call for Flick is he was simultaneously trying to do something good for the colony. He was simultaneously not only trying to clean up his own mess, but save everybody.
Right.
And so he gets into this headspace of, I'm good. My motives are good, my actions are good, and then the ends justify the means. Very often in family relationships and friendships and couples relationships, people aren't bad. They're just scared. And then they get selfish, and then they try and mix that in with doing some good. But the problem is the good that you're doing is undone when trust is betrayed.
And this is the overwhelming majority of bad people or people who do bad things that you come across in your daily life. They're people just like Flick.
Yeah.
They're scared. And they think they're doing the right thing, or they're doing the right thing for the group that they've defined as being important. And they see you as an obstacle, or they don't think about you, and so their actions hurt you, right?
Yeah.
And it's not because they're bad people, it's because we're all flawed ants.
And this is why personal integrity is, first of all, it's something you develop. We talk about affirmers, avoiders, attackers. Avoiders lie. Avoiders don't want the truth to come out. They don't want to have to deal with the conflict. They think they can sweep it under the rug and that they can maintain the lies and nobody needs to find out and nobody needs to get hurt and nobody needs to look down on me or think less of me. It's fear-based. It takes courage to practice integrity. It takes courage to tell the truth.
Right.
It takes courage to admit fault. Even in the case of early on, he could have said, Princess, I really screwed up. I did go out to find warrior bugs, and I thought I had, but I didn't do my due diligence, and this is what I brought back. And I know that's another mess to deal with and another burden on your shoulders, and I'm really sorry. But I want to make it right, and I want to work with you to make it right. She would be pissed. She would be disappointed.
Sure.
But she would also know that Flick is someone who tells the truth when telling the truth is hard to do.
Correct.
So she may not trust his judgment, but she will trust his integrity. And that's everything for a relationship of any kind.
That bird is a guaranteed failure. Just like me.
You listen to me, my boy. I've made a living out of being a failure, and you, sir, are not a failure.
Oh, but Flick, you've done so many good things.
Oh, yeah? Okay, show me one thing I've done right.
Us?
Yeah. Tim is right, my boy. You have rekindled the long dormant embers of purpose in our lives.
And if it wasn't for you, Francis would have never gotten in touch with his feminine side.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know what? He's right.
Lieutenant Gypsy reporting for duty.
Kid, say the word and we'll follow you into battle.
We believe in you, my boy.
Flick, please.
How do you trust your own judgment when you screwed up so much?
Well, this is such a great storytelling trope, too, of like the big speech, and it doesn't work, and then you have to have a gesture.
Yeah.
I love it. If you execute it well.
Pretend it's a seed, okay?
And it's so profound and yet so simple that...
The sun is rising, John.
Thanks,
the
Tom.
light is dawning. It's metaphorical.
Hey, what's with the rock?
Must be an ant thing.
It's profound, but also so simple that the kids in the audience can get the message. That, to me, has always been like the magic of Pixar when we talk about not talking down to kids, but also communicating in a way that they actually understand.
Yeah.
While not losing the adults.
They make family-friendly stuff. Yeah. And that means it works for everyone in your family. If you like movies and you don't like Pixar movies, I don't think I want to be friends with you.
I don't think you like movies. I think you like the idea of movies.
Another filmmaking technique thing here. They're hitting the joke again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's with the rock? So we've got the rock and we set it up with a joke.
Right.
Like, it's not a rock. And then what's with the rock? And if you know anything about jokes and storytelling, what are we going to do?
Set up and pay off.
We're going to call it back because you tell a joke 3 times.
As your friend, I've seen you do this. I know you've seen me do this.
Mm-hmm.
Be so down on yourself that you can't see when you've had a good idea.
What do you mean?
And so to have people in your life who say, no, that one was actually good. And to highlight, we believe in you. And yeah, like, okay, you're going to get some things wrong. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean you're a waste of space or that everything you do is a failure. It just means you're an ant in this case, but it just means you're human.
Ants! You are mindless, soil-shoving losers! Put on this earth to serve us!
You're wrong, Hopper.
This is where he steps into an affirmer and doesn't backslide into a voider. Affirm what's right.
Ants are not meant to serve grasshoppers. I've seen these ants do great things. And year after year, they somehow manage to pick food for themselves and you. So who is the weaker species? Ants don't serve grasshoppers. It's you who need us. We're a lot stronger than you say we are.
So you don't even think about it now?
You know it.
But like,
Don't
this was
you?
the first computer animated movie with big crowds.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do, because you don't want to have an animator spend time animating every single character, right?
Hopper, I hate to interrupt, but...
So you've got to create the...
You've got to create computers programs that can do some light animation.
You ants stay back!
And then you have your talented artists use the programs to make sure that everything builds up to this awesome moment.
That's a bad idea.
You see, Hopper, nature has a certain order. The ants pick the food, the ants keep
the food, and the grasshoppers leave.
That's a great gag.
Jumping completely out of his skin. That's why he's named Molt, and that's the reason I remember it.
It speaks for itself. But this is the value of cutting through the BS, questioning what you're presented with, and recognizing that, okay, there may be people who are your genuine, legitimate enemies. But by and large, most people want to feel safe, respected, and loved. Most people want to pursue what they're passionate about. They want to keep food in the fridge, the lights on, and they want to have beds to sleep in.
The chances of you leading a massive revolt against an oppressing force, I was going to say are very small, but we live in a weird world right now.
More and more every month, it's more and more likely.
The point is, the chances of you leading a minor revolt against minor oppression,
yeah,
everybody has that opportunity at some point in their lives.
For the colony to unite, they have to link arms with the circus bugs. They have to link arms with Flick. Flick shows his true grit and his true character here. At the same time, they could just as easily say, it doesn't matter what you do, Flick. You betrayed us. Get out of here. But they choose to forgive.
Yeah.
And they choose to extend understanding, and they choose to then unite. And there's power in this story because Hopper is afraid. He's afraid of all of them uniting. He is highly invested in keeping them down. He's highly invested in them seeing themselves as weak. Generally speaking, it's a small percentage.
Yeah.
They keep people in line through fear or through division. And so being able to find the common humanity with people and then saying, we're not going to be treated this way, on any scale, from work to home to society, this is how it's done.
Is this the darkest, most horrifying villain death in a Disney animated movie? And I know this is Pixar, but Pixar Disney.
Because
usually they fall off of something into fire.
Yeah.
That's a typical Disney villain death. This agonized screams as he's being fed to birds.
Baby birds, and he's being pecked apart.
It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
It's pretty gnarly. Also, Flick gets a "you bow to no one."
He does.
Moment.
My friends.
You bow to no one.
So until next time.
Schnell! I'm a beautiful butterfly!
Flaming death!
and
watch movies. We want to thank our patrons who get extended ad-free director's cut episodes before they come out on YouTube, and a bunch of other stuff too. It's really great. People with names like these names.
D, the beloved.
Jim Seeley.
L.
MZ.
That guy with the thumbs?